Back here, second half ready to begin in Brownsville. Joe Bolden, Kevin Naro alongside Sam Stadium, the location. Weslaco East Wildcats and the Brownsville Rivera Raiders. 28-21 Wildcats lead. Kevin, in about a back and forth affair as you can call in the first half. Wildcats with a 7-point lead will get the ball to start the second half.
They came back swinging in that second quarter. They were down early 14-0. Would look that it could have been a blowout from the Raiders, but the Wildcats with two big plays on offense and then two big plays on special teams have slingshot them in front 28-21.
5 minutes remaining in the second quarter of play. Rivera Raiders up 21-14, Kevin, and special teams literally fell apart for the Raiders.
That fumble down there inside the 5 as would really kill them, and then Weslaco was able to take advantage of it. They'll be getting the football to start the second half.
And the second half is officially underway. A short kick, fair catch called for and made by the Wildcats at their 27-yard line, and that's where they'll set up shop. For the most part, the Raider defense has done a good job, Kevin. You're looking at a couple of big plays that were allowed. Otherwise, from an offensive perspective, Wildcats haven't done a lot against the Raiders.
You know, when the Wildcats favor, they've had those big breaks on special teams twice, and then they had that big trickery run early in the ball game, and that's what's really been the big key for them thus far.
Wildcats will have the football. They trail 14-0 at one time, trailed 21-14. Have led only once in this ball game, and that's where they're at right now, leading 28-21. They'll run it. First play from scrimmage, bounce it to the outside, running hard across the 30. Isaiah, check that. That's going to be Emilio Tamez, the tailback.
First time we call his name tonight.
2-yard carry on the play, 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8, 11:40 remaining. Third quarter action just underway here. Highlights tonight coming up on Action 4. And a bunch of them to choose from just the first half alone. I formation behind quarterback Darren Rivas. Man in motion, pitch out, running right-hand side. Lupe Moron has some room, breaks it again, and he's off to the races. He scored in the first half, and he's going to do so again. 68-yard touchdown run, Lupe Moron. Another big play for the Wildcats.
First time he touches the football. He's not done it once, but twice already here tonight. And if you're the Wildcats, this is the way you want to start the second half, with another huge run from their running backs.
Lupe Moron, his third touchdown of the night. This one a 68-yarder. And Weslaco East strikes again. They're up 34-21, looking for the extra point. And Mr. Moron suddenly is having a giant first ball game of the season. Extra point up. Good. It took less than a minute. Weslaco East on the board, leads 35-21.
Moron just kicks it into high gear once he gets into the secondary, and it was so long goodbye sayonara from there.
So Weslaco East comes back from a 14-point deficit, and now you look over on the home field sidelines, Kevin Naro, and find out what you're made of. Rivera Raiders early season stuff.
And now the tables have turned here for the Raiders. They were up early. Now they're down by 2 scores. We saw what the Wildcats can do. They come back and answered strong. Now the test is going to be on these Raiders.
Raiders will get the football. In essence, you kind of look at this as, okay, we're starting the second half down 14 points, getting the second half kickoff. That's, you have to take that approach if you're the Raiders. They'll send 2 men back. Their offense, fans, has not been shut down hardly at all by Weslaco East. It's been some special team mishaps. And then the big play by the Weslaco East offense, not once, not twice, but 3 times. Kickoff, fielded at the 15 for the Raiders across the 20. At about the 24-yard line, hesitate on a kick return. Kevin, bad things usually happen.
Jesus Sainz led the charge on that one with a nice open field tackle there on special teams. Now you're going to flip the switch for the Raiders. Now they're down by 14. Again, plenty of time left, but you got to get that offense going the way they did in that first quarter.
And Kevin, just on that kickoff return there, I didn't see the same step by the Rivera Raiders. I saw some hesitation. I saw some complacency in the way they were playing football. not that same drive that they began this football game with. First down play. Elizondo hands it off, running left-hand side, and that's not going to go anywhere. They'll finally blow the play dead.
A lot of extracurricular activity down there on the field. First man in there was Daniel Vela, sniffing out that play right from the get-go.
Forward progress on the carry by Mario Mendez will take him back to the line of scrimmage. Second down coming up for the Rivera Raiders.
I think that's going to be a friendly spot, Joe. Looked as if he may have lost a yard or two on that play.
They never blew the play dead, but they did give him the forward progress back to the line of scrimmage. Second down play, Elizondo. Two receivers out to the left-hand side. Man in motion for the Raiders. And they want to throw. Good blocking up front. Elizondo gets a pass away, incomplete.
Good pass breakup there from the DB, Ebron Lopez, who had that big fumble recovery early in this one. He's had a good game tonight defensively.
Would not have been enough for a first down. Intended to Mario Mendez, who gets up walking slowly back to the huddle for the Rivera Raiders, who suddenly are facing 3rd and 10 after giving up a touchdown in less than a minute to start this second half. Now in jeopardy of turning it over on downs if they don't convert here on 3rd and long. Elizondo under center. Drops back, straight drop, has a ton of time. Now the pocket collapses, got the pass away, caught for a first down. Across the 35 to the 40-yard line on a completed pass to Joey Silva.
How about that catch from Silva, reaching up and hauling that one in. All hands on that one.
Silva with a nice catch. First down, and that was a big play for the Raiders. Kevin, got to sustain this drive for a bit.
Absolutely. You want to give your defense a bit of a break and then just go back to Raider football.
From the 40-yard line, Raiders break out of the huddle. 15 on the play clock. Danny Elizondo, the senior quarterback, takes a snap, pitches it back left-hand side. Guevara hit, thrown down. Lost a yard on the play.
Who other than Ebon Lopez, first man in there. He just has a nose for the football tonight.
Brings up second down for the Rivera Raiders. Thanks again to KBSD ITV here, the Brownsville ISD schools helping us with our broadcast here on valleycentral.com, providing us with the cameras, the replays. And like I said at the start of this game, when it was 90 plus and all the humidity, a nice place and air conditioning to call the game, which may be more important than anything else. Second down for Elizondo. Wants to throw again. Has time. Now he runs up the middle. Got a block. Takes it upfield. Dives forward. Near first down territory. About a half a yard short.
Joey Silva, his wide receiver, laying out all on that one for his quarterback. Laying the block there. Paving the way for his quarterback, Elizondo. I like what Elizondo is doing. He's a pass-first quarterback, and that's what you're looking at here. He goes through read number 1, 2, 3. Check, 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 no. Tuck it and run.
And he's on a team that was billed as a run football team. Kevin, he looks like a quarterback that's running the show on a very well-balanced attack, passing and throwing and running the football. Third down play for the Raiders. A lot of movement up front. Here come the penalty flags. Blow that one dead.
False start on the right tackle there for Rivera. There's a call from the official. Going to be backed up 5 yards after that penalty.
It was 3rd and a yard, now 3rd and 6. Still got to get the ball right to the midfield stripe to get a first down for the Raiders.
Sammy Orvite checking in at wide receiver wearing the number 1.
Stop the game clock for a moment. Now they crank it up. We'll go under 8 minutes here in this third quarter of play. Rivera led 14-0. It was 14-7, 21-14, 14-14 after that, then 21-14. And then the complexion of this game changed. Trying to get it back are the Raiders. High pass deflected, incomplete.
Mendoza came out on that flat route throw. The throw was a bit behind him. If he keeps that in front of him, he could possibly haul it in, but nowhere near the first down marker, and a good play from Daniel Vela breaking that one up.
Even if he would have caught it, yeah, no chance at a first down. Fourth down, punting time for the Rivera Raiders, and oh, how a 5-yard penalty can change things. Weslaco East, all the momentum in the world on the east side. On the road tonight here in Brownsville, leading 35-21. Going to get their hands on the football yet again. A high snap. Nice job by the punter to get it. Got it away. Returnable. Marone will field it at his 20. Slipped and fell at the 25.
So Marone can do a little bit of both for those Wildcats. We've seen him special teams, and we've seen him in the backfield, and we know what he can do with a few big runs here tonight.
That's what I'm going to be seeing a lot of tomorrow night, I'm told, when they line up, and Trevor Spates is going to line up in just about every spot available. He might drive the bus into the football stadium, I'm told.
The best running back in the Valley.
He's going to be a running back, a receiver, a kick returner, a punt returner.
Keep an eye on those Mustangs this year. They did get off to a slow start last year, then turned up a notch. And
they've got a tough schedule ahead of them. I formation, they'll run the ball. Marone bounces it right-hand side, tripped up this time, fumbles the football. That's a loose ball. They'll say he was down.
Looked as if he was down from up here. Someone lost a hat down there on the far side of the field.
Second down coming up. They'll give Marone 2 yards on the carry. 2nd and 8 for Weslaco East.
Callan Memorial, part of this 32 6A district with the Rivera Raiders.
Second down play coming up for Rivas. Darren Rivas for Weslaco East. Got him to jump off sides, took a knee, penalty flag on the play, and that should be 5 free yards for Weslaco East.
It's going to be an easy call there for the officials. Clock will stop at 6:51 here in the third quarter.
It was 21-14, Rivera on top. And now 35-21, Weslaco East.
It's going to be 2nd down and 2 from the 34-yard line.
Wildcats, 2nd down and short. Marone, deep man in the I formation. Rivas shifts the backfield into a fullback spot. Goes Ricky Cardoza. Man in motion, Emilio Thomas. Hand off to Cardoza. Up the middle, 1st down, out across the 40.
Ball carrier the 44, Ryan DeHuddle.
Good pickup there for the Wildcats. And again, they're going to go back to their staple, just like the Raiders. They're going to run that football. They're going to want to start to worry a little bit more about the clock and just milk that clock down and tire out this Raider defense.
I've got 44 as Ricky Cardoza. Just heard the PA announcer call him something totally different. Running play this time, Marone. Know who that is. He'll gain a couple yards, bringing up 2nd and long for Weslaco East.
Kind of tall, lanky guy, kind of an uphill runner, but he's not afraid to lower that shoulder, and he's shown that here tonight. So he possesses both speed and power, what we've seen so far tonight.
And they like to run to the right side, they being Weslaco East. The time they ran left, Kevin, is on that trick play, which they freed up for a 76-yard touchdown run by Angel Flores. Pitch out right side again. Marone looking for a block. Got it. Got a 1st down as he crosses into Rivera territory. Brought down at the 48.
Again, he stayed in bounds too, so they're just going to keep that clock running.
5:34 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd quarter took forever from about the 5-minute mark on to get into the halftime locker room. Tomorrow night, off to Mission Sherryland for yours truly. You got a good one, it looks like, for you.
Los Fresnos and Edinburgh North.
1st down play for Weslaco East. Running play. See who the PA announcer says this was now. Short gain.
It's Cardoza on our roster. He's listed as a linebacker. Playing fullback tonight.
Brings up 2nd down.
With a 3-yard carry, Ryan DeHuddle.
Sounded like Novato. We'll check that if we can. 2nd down play for Weslaco East. In Rivera territory, leading 35-21. Rivas hands it off. Running play right side, and he's gone again, Kevin Naro. He trips up and falls at the 20-yard line. Otherwise, Lupe Marone would have had a 4th touchdown run.
Hugo Piscina is going to get a hug from his defensive coordinator. Pulled him by the shoelace, Joe, and a touchdown saving tackle from there. Otherwise, Marone would have had another touchdown to his resume.
Lupe Marone will head to the sideline as they'll have to adjust his shoulder pad, which came out. What a huge night for him. 3 touchdowns already. That could have easily been number 4.
Old momentum clearly in favor of these visiting Wildcats.
The tailback in the ballgame looks like Alejandro Flores is a deep back. He'll take the handoff, but they'll blow that play dead.
So with all the work that Marone has done tonight, let's not forget, folks, that they still have Angel Flotis in the backfield, and the key for them is he's fresh.
5-yard penalty against Weslaco East. See if they allow Flores to stay in the game. Yes, he will stay in the ball game. Darren Rivas gets a play from the sideline. Weslaco East still in the huddle with now 10 on the play clock. Got to hurry now. They'll shift into a power I formation. Rivas takes a snap, hands the ball off, running play left side, and that goes for very little.
Some of the guys getting testy down there on the field.
Saw that. It's a Rivera Raider defense. They're a tough group. They'll get tougher as this season goes along. You know that with Tom Chavez at the helm. That's a given. 2nd down play here. They've given up 35 points here tonight to Weslaco East, and Weslaco East wants some more. Rivas lines them up, I formation. Man in motion left to right. On their 2nd down play, handoff to Marone. Got a break, takes it to the house. Lupe Marone set out for 2 plays, takes this one in from 22. His 4th touchdown of the night. Weslaco East up 41-21.
Nothing fancy, just a simple misdirection run from their tailback, and he takes it in just about untouched, and he finds the end zone. It's Lupe Marone.
That's a 22-yard run. Marone already has one for 79 yards. He scored there on 22 yards. Had a 2-yard run earlier. Extra point, no good. Wildcats lead, though, 41-21, 2:50 to go, 3rd quarter. This is high school football. KBSD ITV and ValleyCentral.com. Head up, guys. Go. Back here at Brownsville Sam Stadium, and this one has changed in a big way as the Weslaco East Wildcats now flexing their muscle against Rivera's Raiders. Up now 41-21 on a Lupe Marone 4th touchdown run of the night. Raiders on the return. Take the ball up the middle to the 30 at about the 31-yard line. They'll start to drive. Kevin, I got these numbers down. Lupe Marone unofficially just on touchdown runs alone, 171 yards.
Yeah, that's dangerous. And again, like I said, they still got another running back in Flotis. They got that 1-2 punch, but Marone is he's having a heck of a ball game considering it's just the first game of the year.
Flores, who ran for a 76-yard touchdown. 8 carries, 207 yards on just 8 carries. 4 of those are touchdowns for Lupe Marone. Now that's not a bad night running the football. Pass play out in the flats, and that goes for very little for Rivera's Raiders.
Orvine, the receiver, on that quick screen on the far side of the field. If you're the Raiders, you got to get something going quick. You're down 41-21 late in the third.
Second and long for Rivera's Raiders. 2:21 and counting here in the third quarter.
Actually lost a yard, Joe, on that reception.
That's 27 unanswered points for Weslaco East. Second down play, they'll run it. Left-hand side, Guevara takes it out across the 33 to about the 34. Give him the 35. It's still third down coming up. Every bit of 6.5 yards to go for Rivera's Raiders.
You're going to need to convert here. You don't want to throw your defense back out there when it's obvious that all the momentum is in favor of these Wildcats. You want to give your defense somewhat of a breather here in the third quarter. They've been out there majority this start of the second half.
Someone gave us a note here up in the press box. Thanks, Louis. 8 carries, 207 yards, 4 touchdowns for Lupe Marron. Third down play for the Raiders. They want to throw. Get the ball away. It's going to be caught. First down. Nice catch out of the midfield stripe for the Raiders. Hauling it in is Edward Rubio.
Nice touch there from the quarterback, Elizondo, and on a big third down conversion, they're able to pick up a big first down there.
First down for the Raiders. Danny Elizondo, the quarterback that time, rifled one out there to that right side. Showed some great arm strength on that, Kevin. He was going to get hit as he threw it, too. First down play for the Raiders. Wide left is Sammy Orive. Handoff, first man through. Got to the 30, or checked at the 45-yard line. And had Mario Mendez been able to keep his footing right there, could have run through a tackle and maybe taken that all the way.
We're in the final minute. So the Raiders looking good on this drive. That big third down conversion kept their drive alive. Keep an eye on Joey Silva at the bottom of your screen. He's going to have one-on-one coverage.
2nd and 5 for the Raiders. Elizondo draws him off sides, takes the snap, hands it off. Guevara falls forward, got a couple, but they should get 5 free yards on that.
That'll be an easy call for the officials.
Elizondo clapping as he makes his way to the sideline. Now the Raiders of Rivera can run one more play here if they want to here in the third quarter, which has been all Weslaco East.
An offsides on the defense. Joel Rodriguez found guilty of that call. 20 seconds and counting.
I got Lupe Marron in the second half with 3 carries. 2 of those were touchdowns, and the other one he was tripped up by a shoelace. First down play for the Raiders. Elizondo on a play action, wants to throw, has time, throws it, caught at the 35-yard line, short of a first down. And that will take us to quarter number 4. Weslaco East leading 41-21. Fourth quarter after this on ValleyCentral.com.
Raiders 21.
Back here at Sam Stadium, and we are streaming live here on ValleyCentral.com. The Brownsville Rivera Raiders taking on Weslaco East Wildcats. 41-21 the score. Weslaco East on top. Brownsville Rivera in East Territory. Second down play coming up from the 35. 2nd and 6. Elizondo hands it off. Guevara up the middle, got some room, knocks a man down and takes it inside the 25.
Good run there from Guevara. J.C. Vargas on the tackle, potentially saving a touchdown. That Wildcat defense.
Kevin, we were talking during the break. I still like what I see on this Brownsville Rivera team from a defensive perspective, because you take some of these points and they came strictly special teams, nothing to do with the defense at all. And then you tack on that Lupe Marone's having a career night with some big plays. First down play for the Raiders. They'll jump off sides, fumbled snap, recovered by the Raiders. That should be another false or offsides on the defense, Kev.
And one of those special teams mishaps happened inside the 5. So it was pretty much an early Christmas gift for those Wildcats.
That's when, if you go back, that's when it was 21-14. And the Raiders were going to have their hands on the football with the lead.
They're just a few plays away from very well having a lead, but that's not the case here tonight.
1st and 5 for the Raiders. Danny Elizondo gets them to jump off sides again. No penalty flag this time. There's a fumbled football. Looked like the Raiders get it back.
Once these Raiders get into that film room, Brian Millam, their offensive coordinator, is not going to like what he sees. A lot of football, a lot of balls put on the ground.
It's no less than 4 that I've seen bounce on the ground that they've recovered.
They're just fortunate that they have been able to recover them. Otherwise, that'd be an ugly stat.
2nd and call it 2 yards to go for the Raiders. Orive, the wide receiver on the right side. Elizondo under center, fumbles the snap, and that's a loose ball. It looks like the Raiders got it yet again.
This time Elizondo fumbled the snap, Joe, and just a messy performance despite all the good. They're just missing that basic step number 1, and that's holding on to the football.
They gained a yard out of that play. It looked like the center was able to get his hands on the football after Elizondo.
So he fumbles the ball, but he gains a yard. It's been one of those nights.
3rd down and 3 yards to go for the Rivera Raiders. 9:56 and counting. On 3rd down, Elizondo wants to throw. Lets it go in the end zone. Got a man. Touchdown. They knock it loose, but touchdown Raiders.
Joey Silva on the receiving end. He's going to celebrate with his buddy. That's Rubio down there. Nice pitch and catch. More about the corner of the end zone. Just about. Silva hauled that one in. Back of the end zone. Nice grab there.
That's Elizondo's 3rd touchdown pass of the night.
Small signs of life from the Raiders. They're not done yet. The extra point is up.
And it's good. 41-28. Kickoff coming up. Raiders trying to hang in there. East leads 41-28. Back after this. Back here, Brownsville, Texas on a Thursday night. And welcome to the 2014 high school football season. Joe Bowl and Kevin Naro alongside of me. Sam Stadium, well, we expected a good ball game. Kevin, we said it in the first half. We expected a low-scoring ball game. Anything but that.
Yeah, and again, when it was halftime, it was close to halftime. It was 28-21, somewhere around there, and everyone around the valley said, well, that would be the final score. No, that was right about the halftime score. But what we're seeing here tonight is both offenses going at it. 41 points from the Wildcats. I didn't even think they might have expected that, but they have put together a heck of a performance on the ground with their running backs. And as for the Raiders, 28 points isn't so bad, but again, they're a plays away from being in this ball game.
Kick off by the Raiders, and they'll boom this one from the end zone. Wildcats will bring it out across the 10 to the 15. They won't get to the 20. And now if you're Brownsville Rivera's Raiders, somebody's got to be able to stop Lupe Moron, who you know is going to get the football at least once this drive.
And it's got to be a quick 3 and out here, or the most you can maybe give up is 1 first down, because there's 9:40. You're still down by a few scores. You got to get a quick stop on defense, quickly score on offense, and then maybe we can start talking onside kicks.
Raiders with all 3 of their timeouts left. We can start circling those kind of numbers. Weslaco East up to the line. 1st and 10, and the man of the hour, Lupe Moron, stands as the deep back in the I formation. 4 times he's touched the ball for touchdowns of the 8 carries on the night. He'll get it again. Tries the left-hand side. Hit hard. Taken down. Loss on the play, and that may be the first time I've said that all night.
Absolutely. And first man in there was Angel Espinosa, one of many Raider defenders. They're sniffing out that play to the left side. Looks like an injured Raider on the far side or the left hash, and they're going to call a timeout.
You start wondering, is that an injury or on the first game of the season with 9:18 to go and a long game and humidity and heat? Kevin, is that our first cramps we're going to start seeing?
Let's talk a little bit about this 32-6A district. We talked about McAllen Memorial. Rivera is going to have a date with them later this season. You said Harlingen South could have a down year. Brownsville Hannah was losing big to Economides earlier today. Then you said San Benito and Harlingen, and along with Los Fresnos, could be 3 of the playoff teams potentially.
Yeah, I when I did our prediction, which we had to do, sometimes I hate doing that prediction stuff, but I did it. Harlingen, Los Fresnos, Rivera, and Memorial were the 4 teams that I put in the playoffs. Now, the San Benito fans didn't like that. And neither did my good friend Armando Garza.
I was going to say, he's very high on those.
Armando Garza went and saw him, and he saw them scrimmage in their last scrimmage and said they looked pretty good.
I'm going to get a first look at Los Fresnos tomorrow. I covered them a bit last year, and I covered them into the playoffs. And I tell you what, there were a couple of plays from pulling one out against Laredo United last season in the playoffs. But them, too, like these Raiders, they have a lot of big shoes to fill. Brandon Colon, you know, was their big playmaker last year. He's gone on and graduated this year.
Second down play for Weslaco East after the injury timeout. Clock running now. They'll run it up the middle, and a very short yardage again as suddenly the Rivera Raiders defense doing what they need to do. They stop Moron again. 3rd down coming up for Weslaco East. 41-28 your score. You can see that on the screen.
Big 3rd and 6 here for that defense of the Raiders.
Perhaps the biggest play of the game so far for the Raiders defense, Kevin. 3rd down play. 15 on the play clock as Darren Rivas brings them up to the line of scrimmage for the Weslaco East Wildcats. They dare try to throw the ball here. Rivas under center. Pitches it back, running right side. Moron got past the man, makes a move in the secondary, and look out. Has one man to beat, runs through a tackle, taken down, but that's a big first down. Another big run for Lupe Moron.
Ricky Cardoza, at least that's who we think he is, number 44, put the block in the backfield, and that would really open the hole for his running back Moron. And there's another injured Raider, but he's getting up, and he seems to be okay. That's Hugo Piscina. He's back up on his feet. Big conversion there from those Wildcats.
They had a hand on Moron in a place they could have stopped him for a loss on the play. After that, he used some speed, used some moves, moved the chains, if you will, for Weslaco East. 1st down play, handoff up the middle. And up into there after about a 3-yard gain, maybe 4. 2nd down coming up for Weslaco East.
4-yard carry.
8:04 remaining here in this ball game. Rivera led 14-0. It was tied at 14 apiece. Rivera led 21-14 and then trailed 41-21. Trail now 41-28, trying to get their hands back on the football. Rivas taking his time, takes a snap. Blitz coming, and they stop that running play in its tracks. Maybe a gain of a half yard. Third down coming up.
Could have been a lot worse, but credit the left side of the offensive line for Weslaco East picking up that blitz. You're right. Let's not forget it was a 14-0 game early, but that trickery is what really gave those Wildcats some confidence, and we were still trying to figure out where did that come from.
The 76-yard run by Flores was on 3rd and long. It looked like Rivera's defense was going to get a stop. It looked like Weslaco East wasn't able to move the ball at all. And then snap your fingers, 76 yards later, 14-7 game. Rivas under center on 3rd down. Whistle blows. Blow that one dead. Timeout called by the Wildcats. 6:57 to go in the ball game. 41-28. Wildcats lead. We'll be back after this on ValleyCentral.com. Thanks again for joining us here on a Thursday night as high school football season in the year of 2014 is underway in South Texas. As a matter of fact, in Texas across the board. But here tonight, our streaming coverage on ValleyCentral.com, assisted by KBSDI TV. Kevin Naro, I'm Joe Bowling. Lupe Marone, 14 carries, 249 yards and counting. He'll line up as a deep man in the backfield, Kevin. 3rd and 5 coming up. Another big play for this Raider defense. Got to make a stop.
6:57, just a shade under 7 minutes. Sound like a broken record, but this is going to be a big play for their defense.
Rivas takes a snap. Play action, wants to throw. Here comes the blitz. He's hit, and down he goes. He'll lose a couple, and the Raiders defense sniffed that one out in a hurry.
Abel Moreno, one of the guys coming in on the all-out blitz there from the Raiders, and now it's going to be a 4th down.
Do you punt? Looks like they're bringing the punting team in. 6:35 to go in this ball game.
As good as their defense has played, you'd have to punt.
Look who the punter is.
It's 4th and 7.
Lupe Marone.
What, do you go with a trick play here with the way he's played tonight?
They're going to let the play clock go down all the way. It's down to 3. They might just take a penalty on this. Game clock still running at 6:05. That game clock went another 3 or 4 seconds. May not seem like a lot until you need that later on, Kevin.
Absolutely, and it's people at home might say it's just 3 seconds. No, you've seen 2 1 second make a difference somewhere down the line.
The Wildcats take the 5-yard penalty. Now they do line up Lupe Marone in punt formation. And these punt returns have been exciting, to say the least, for the Rivera Raiders. Marone gets the kick away, rugby-style kick, fielded by the Raiders. Now a fumbled football inside the 15. Now get it back, bring it back up the field. Wall of blockers down the sideline, right side. 30, 35-yard line. From disaster to a decent return, Raiders get the ball.
Edward Rubio, he's going to have to hold his breath on that one. Like you said, disaster turned into a good play. Hey, he did it all on his own net on there. 5:47. They got to get a quick score.
Elizondo has been effective throwing the football. Doesn't have the option now of utilizing the run game to mix it up. Kevin has to go into more of a all-out passing attack now. See how that changes with your defensive schemes for Weslaco East. Elizondo lines up under center with the backs in an I formation on 1st down. Draws them off sides. Blow that play dead. There was movement on the right side of the offense as well, Kevin. This is a coin toss. Officials sort it out. It'll be against Weslaco East. Hey, if you can move 5 yards at a time downfield without moving the clock, Kevin, senior quarterback saying, we'll take that.
So it's going to be a 1st and 5, and it's so-called the free play for the offense.
So now, in essence, your punt return took it out to the 41. First down play coming up for Rivera's Raiders. They haven't had as many big plays, touchdown breaking huge runs or pass plays. However, they do have some plays that have gone for big yardage. Running play this time, off tackle, left side, running forward. That should be enough for a first down.
See where they mark it. Looks.
That means they'll stop the game clock while they move the chains. The play clock is already running. Raiders not in that hurry up, which we've seen them in before. They're going to lose a good 15 to 20 seconds after the ball was placed down on that first down run. They'll break out of the huddle with 5:25 remaining in the game, down 41-28. Elizondo appears to be in no hurry. Under center, takes a snap. Running play right side. Bounce it to the outside. Down the sideline, foot race to the 20 or the 30-yard line, up into the 27.
Big time run there for the Raiders. They're going to pick up a much-needed first down to keep the drive alive.
Jair Guevara on that carry, and he showed some real good speed down that right side. Clock stops as they move the chains. 5:06 to go. Raiders still not in an all-out hurry-up offense. Staying in the huddle. Game clock under 5 now and running. Still in the huddle. Breaking out. 4:54 mark. 10 seconds left on the play clock. Elizondo looks at the defense. Wants to throw. Play action. Ton of time. Middle of the field. Up for grabs, incomplete.
Both the DB and the receiver were kind of toying with each other. A good no call there from the official.
I like the blocking of this offensive line for Rivera Raiders, giving Elizondo time. That play takes some time to develop, Kevin.
And they've done a fair job all night long. We saw in that first quarter they came out hot. They're giving their quarterback Elizondo time. They're still holding strong here late in the fourth quarter.
Incompleted pass stops the clock with 4:41 to go. Elizondo hands this one off. Guevara hit hard, and down he goes at the 25.
Luis Aguirre on the tackle.
Third down. Call it 8 yards to go for Rivera's Raiders. Raiders have 3 timeouts left. Down 41-28. Now on this third down play. Got to set yourself up for at least fourth down as a manageable situation. Want to throw. Right side. Man there. Caught. First down inside the 15-yard line and then out of bounds. Nice catch by Sammy Uribe.
Big catch there from Sammy. Now it's a first down. Again, they're slowly moving down the field, but if you'd ask me, I think they're going to have to hurry up and pick up the pace, because if they do get in the end zone, do you talk onside kick, or maybe you give your defense one last shot?
Well, it depends on if you have to use these timeouts or not, Kevin. Under 4, you got to get in the next 2 plays here. Have a couple of minutes left. Take a gamble on an onside kick, and then hope your defense can get the stop if you don't get the ball. Elizondo in no real true hurry. Takes a snap. Drops back to throw. Blitzed. Hit. Sack. Down he goes. Back outside the 20.
Santos Garcia in on the sack, and a big play there from the defense from the Wildcats. That's the last thing you need if you're the Raiders.
Back out to the 20-yard line. Second down play coming up for Rivera Raiders. That time just the front line of the defense for Weslaco East won the battle. Elizondo brings him up to the line for the Rivera Raiders. He'll go under center once again. We'll go under 3 minutes on this play. Drops back to throw again. Has time this time over the middle. Caught. Big hit, but inside the 10 for the Raiders.
Moron's doing everything tonight for his Wildcats. He laid that big hit there.
Now it's down at the 6. That was short of first down yardage. Third down play coming up. 2:43 and counting in this ball game. Rivera Raiders down by 13. Trying to see if they can come up with some late inning magic, if you will. To use your baseball form. Kevin coming off a long summer, calling a lot of baseball games. Third down play for the Raiders. Elizondo to throw. Gonna run up the middle. Hit, and down he goes. Don't think he got a first down.
Again, Santos Garcia with another big tackle there in the open field. Elizondo again went through his checks. Now you're signaling timeout. Are they going to call one or not?
I would think you would.
Running.
2 minutes to go in this ball game. Under 2 and running.
They're taking a lot of time getting this play in, Joe.
This is a 4th down and 3. Got to get it inside the 5 to get a first down for the Rivera Raiders. Elizondo has been effective running, throwing. Guevara, the deep back, the only back in the backfield. Elizondo to throw. Over the middle, incomplete. Wildcats get the stop. Will get the football with 1:29 to go, leading 13. That was a timing play. And the receiver just didn't seem to be able to clear through the defenders in the middle of the field.
It was broken up, too, by one of the defenders from the Wildcats. And valiant effort from these Raiders, driving it all the way down in crunch time. Just could not capitalize.
If this score holds, 13 points, Kevin Naro, I can circle him. Muff punt return at the 2-yard line. Block punt for a touchdown inside the 10. 14-point swing. First down play for Darren Rivas and company. Hands it off and running right side and down the right side. It's going to be a foot race. Emilio Thomas is brought down, but not before he crosses the 45 all the way out to the 48.
Edward Velasquez dragging him down, saving another what could have been a long touchdown run from these Wildcats, and they're in full throttle right now, so to speak.
Minute 16 to go in this game. Raiders do have 3 timeouts. Weslaco East will be in no hurry at all to take this snap. Darren Rivas under center takes a snap, hands it off. Lupe Marone running left side, stumbles forward, gained a couple. He had 14 carries for 249 before that one. Tack on 4 more.
You're going to get used to the high scoring as you're going to have a first look at the Rattlers tomorrow.
Sherryland taking on McAllen Memorial.
That's in McAllen or Sherryland?
Sherryland. 35 seconds to go here in this one. Neither team looking to stop the clock. Weslaco East will run the ball one more time. Right-hand side, upended, first down yardage. Inside the 45 to about the 41-yard line. They'll spot the football to move the chains. Kevin, I think that's going to be it. I don't think either team will take a snap. Neither team will need to take a snap. They'll run the clock. Weslaco East already running off the field. This one is history. It started with the Rivera Raiders jumping out to a 14-0 lead. They'll end up dropping it by 13. 41-28, Weslaco East wins this one. The Lupe Marone show. 15 carries, 253 yards, 4 touchdowns. Special teams played a big part in this one.
Yeah, and then you go back for the Raiders. They had a hot start, but you're right, the special teams was the key for them. They 2 mishaps. Gave away 14 points, 14-point swing like you said. You take off those 14 points, we're talking a little bit of a different ball game. But I really liked what I saw in these Raiders. They kind of picked up where they left off last year. The running game still good. Elizondo, stud at the quarterback position, somewhat of a dual threat quarterback. Defensively, I think they'll strengthen on as the year progresses. But Lupe Morón, how about his performance here in week 1?
Well, he put on a show. He had some big runs, and we'll have highlights of that one for certain coming up during the 10 o'clock newscast on Action 4, which reminds me, got to take this hat off, put that hat on, go get my interviews and get ready to go. Kevin Naro, good luck tomorrow in Los Fresnos.
Thank you, man. Real quick, it's going to be offense versus defense. I'm really excited to see what happens tomorrow between Los Fresnos and Edinburgh North.
Will Edinburgh North be able to rebuild that defense in as much of a hurry as they need to? We'll find out tomorrow. I'll be at Sherryland. We got 10 games streaming tomorrow on ValleyCentral.com. For this one, hope you enjoyed it from Sam Stadium in Brownsville. 41-28 your final. Thanks again to KBSD ITV, Brownsville ISD School District for the assistance. I'm Joe Bowling for Kevin Naro. For everyone else, Good night, everybody.